That's why you got to understand blasphemy and how all this works. You know, as it's written, in that day there should be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and at the pillar at the border thereof to the Lord, and it should be for a sign and for witness to the Lord. It shall be for a sign and for witness unto the Lord of hosts, which are a shadow of things to come, but the bodies of Christ. So the top of the altar is measured at 76 degrees, foreshadowing the kingdom to come. So you understand the altar stand 5,776 inches. Let me get into this right quick. Revelation 12, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she being with child, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads, 10 horns, 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto God into his throne. So you see, it said the red dragon had 7 heads, 10 horns, 7 crowns. So 7 times 10 is the 70s. You remember that's why 1976 Jimmy Carter became president. You know, because in the 1970s, you see, it said the dragon tried to slay the child before he was born, because remember 1973 abortion was legalized. You know what I'm saying? Abortion was legalized, feminism was pushed, condom commercials was pushed. They were trying to prevent the child to come forth on the earth. You know, and you know Jimmy Carter, like I said, that's why they was at Jimmy Carter's funeral, because remember in 1976 he became president, because let's delve into the scriptures. So in like I said, the altar stand 5,776 inches, and they are signing for a witness unto the Lord of hosts. You know, the Lord take a body. A host is a body. That's why I say diseases need a host. So the Lord is the Lord of hosts. He's the Lord within flesh. As it's written in 1 John 4:3, all who reject that he come in flesh are spirits of Antichrist. So the altar stand 5,776 inches, because the 5 is for the 5th day, the 7th for the 7th month of July, and then the 76, the 1976 birth year. So July 5th, 1976. That's why on July 4th, 1776, they created Independence Day, because they didn't want to be under the rulership of the Son of God. They want to be their own gods, you know. So that's why Barack Obama, you know, he's the only president to go inside the altars. He's the only president to ever go inside the altars, because as it's written in 2 Thessalonians 2:4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So you see that right there. That's very important to understand. So